On January 30th, the World Health Organization declared the coronavirus outbreak in China a public health emergency of international concern. Just over a month later, on March 11, the WHO characterized COVID-19 as a global pandemic. Up until February, the Indonesian government still maintained that coronavirus cases stood at zero.
Ada 2 pasien yang positif.
That changed only on March 2nd, when it declared its first COVID-19 case. Since then, the number of cases has grown exponentially, spreading to all 34 provinces across the archipelago. Jakarta was the epicenter of the outbreak. In less than a month, the number of cases surged from 0 in February to more than 15,000 cases in March and more than 1,000 deaths. President Joko Widodo even acknowledged in March that the government had deliberately held back information on COVID-19 cases to prevent the public from panicking. On April 10, 2020, large-scale social restrictions were imposed across the city of Jakarta as COVID-19 cases began to surge.
Crises also create opportunities for innovation across many industries. It's time for people to take more risks, focus on what really matters, and embrace the opportunity to lead. Pharmaceutical industry has brought opportunity to of COVID-19 situation. It was driven by demand for products that people believe could keep and boost their health and immune system. While waiting for the availability of vaccine, public awareness to consume herbal medicines and supplements, especially those derived from natural ingredients, has been increasing. Indonesian BPOM explained that in the year 2020, traditional medicine industry was growing for around 6%, above of national economic growth. In addition, according to a survey conducted by a marketing consulting firm, there was a change in the purchasing behavior for pharmaceutical products. The 3 most frequently purchased products were vitamins, multivitamins, and honey. The survey also revealed that 92% of respondents had a high interest in buying herbal products. The reason was because it was made from natural ingredients and had no side effects. Mostly, they consume it every 2 or 3 days or even on a daily basis.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining of our urgent meeting today. So, as we know that this extensive impact of what just happened, COVID-19 pandemic affected our business activities, both directly and indirectly, especially in the early days of the pandemic, right? And nevertheless, we have to move quickly to adapt to this challenging situation by restructuring its business strategy and establishing new initiatives to achieve the best results, right? And let's strive to change its perspective and look for the existing opportunities in the midst of the pandemic. We will take the opportunity from the back to nature and healthy lifestyle trends by diversifying Sidomuncul's health products, primarily health drinks, herbal medicines, and launching new products. And maybe in the second half of 2020, maybe we might launch new products, including herbal products, supplements, and vitamins, which has received a tremendous response from the market. So I think that we have to define business strategies and plans of the company to first add distribution points and activate more distribution points, especially for leading products in our portfolio. And the second, maybe we can launch new products that have a very potential and are sought after by consumers to enrich our products portfolio. And we cannot forget that we have to also enlarge the contribution of global sales or export sales, especially in the Philippines, Malaysia, and Nigeria. Okay, so Chief Abi, I think that we have to continue our mindset to have a positive business prospects in line with the consumer awareness of health supplement products derived from natural ingredients, right? And that continue to increase. We have to continuously monitor market characteristic in the new normal era and also regularly discuss dynamic market developments and review the sales performance to continue to strengthen and enrich distribution channels, and especially in modern trade and digital platforms. So what do you think, Chief Abi?
Well, not, Chief. In this COVID-19 pandemic situation, we should be open-minded and believe that in the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity. Looking into the market, currently we are experiencing a surge in demand for herbal and health supplements, especially for tolak angin, jahe wangi, and vitamin C. The trend is increasing 44.3%. People are more concerned to use herbal supplement products as alternative ways to prevent COVID-19 impact and maintain their health. Based on Portal's 5 Force analysis, the competition also gets stronger as other companies also have interest to jump into the herbal industry. I have prepared several strategies actually by adding the new products and expanding the market to increase brand awareness. We are now preparing to launch Azamek and Tolak Linukul. However, the lockdown that occurs now is affecting into our distribution channels. To strengthen the market, we need to start digital presence in online platforms and marketplaces. Let's continue our strong distribution network in the whole area of Indonesia by maximizing the potential and establish leadership to gather its opportunities. We also should maintain the momentum of export sales to destination countries such as Nigeria, the Philippines, and also Malaysia as our main contributors for foreign income. And then the good news, we got a request from Saudi Arabia. We have planned to do the initial export of tolak angin by next of August 2020.
Okay, so Chief Vita from the operations sides, kind of capacity distribution. So do you have a specific strategy to face this kind of situation?
Okay, so we are able to fulfill demand as currently we have excess capacity. So you can see from the slide that our machine have a low utilization. Currently we have internal liquid medicine that the capacity is up to 180 million sachets per month, but we only have 50% of utilization. It also same with the food and beverage. So we have excess capacity, and then we also increase the efficiency on the operation because we have new end-to-end production line for the soft and hard capsule in only one line, And then the efficiency is also increased from one single line to multiple lines. So from operation perspective, we are not only focused on that, and we have 4 strategies. First, on the purchasing, seen from the slide that we have a strengthened partnership with the supplier community, so we can review the purchase price that we buy the packaging material and raw material from the supplier. And then another strategy is to reduce the plastic, because we can have a smaller size of sachet, and then it will reduce the purchasing price. And then for the production planning, we need to ensure the sufficient of supplies for sustainable production. Also managing the accurate inventory for the stock of raw materials, work in progress, and the finished goods. And for the production and manufacturing, we need to ensure the health of our employees. So we implement the site health protocol, and of course we will increase the speed and the machine utilization. And the next is the enhance the energy reduction as our strategy, because we will use the renewable energy. And for the last, on the logistic perspective, we will optimize current penetration of the distribution with the current local distribution, and also expand the new distribution channel infrastructure also in the omni-channel.
Any capex required for running those strategy, Bu Wita?
Yes, Pak Cesar. So capex investment will be required for the machine with automation. So we will have more advanced technology to reduce the labor cost. Besides that, we will also concern with the environment. So we will invest to reduce utility costs. We need to install the solar panels as a renewable energy. Also replacing the current electric chillers with the chiller absorber to reduce the utility. Also biomass pelletizing machine to reduce the solid waste and the boiler fuel.
Okay, Chief Cesar, I think that we also agree that we have to deal with the market uncertainty, right? So we have to monitor every capital expenditure, our operational expenditure, to maintain strong cash flow. And this is to ensure sufficient raw material and packaging supplies for sustainable production, and also to plan an accurate inventory distribution schedule.
Okay, in my opinion, I think we have to carefully manage our cash flow. We don't know how long the pandemic will last. And for Pak Abi, please push the outstanding payment from our customer. And Bu Wita, please make sure the priority of the investment planning, as previously shared, continue the cost efficiency program, and do renegotiate the payment terms with our key suppliers. I think that's a key factor to maintain our cash flow. About the expansion program, in principle, I'm okay, as long as we can justify the return and grab the momentum to increase our revenue and profit. Our financial condition, we have strong capital to face a pandemic situation. It shows in the data, in the slide, that our current ratio in 2019 is 4.2, which is above average industry. The total liability to total asset ratio is only 0.13. We have room to expand our business and become a winning company in this pandemic. In short term, in my opinion, we could raise a new liability. In the long term, we can look at the stock market for the funding. As we know, during the pandemic, the retail investors are increasing about 40%. We can target the retail investor by doing the stock split. As per our analysis, we can use 1 to 2 stock split, 1 shares becoming 2 shares, from 15 billion shares becoming 30 billion shares.
So, Chief Dito, what is your plan from the people and an organization perspective to facing this kind of situation? Because we need to put our employee in safety on top of others. We also need them to run the operation so we can still fulfill the business needs, right? So, any suggestion from your perspective?
Okay, agree with your commitment on the safety first, but we also ensure that company is survive and pass this COVID situation. We have never faced today's greatest challenge before, And current situation has become clear is complicated, unpredictable, and very complex. We can't rely on the traditional problem solving, especially now when the trend is changing so fast. There's no best practice to solve this kind of situation before. This is crucial to tap the organization to prioritize the company value and allow the solution to emerge by starting collaborating to all employees at every level.
So your plan is?
I want to set a call with each department head and ask them to have a brainstorm session with all of the employee and gather some issue and expectation from the team that can support that working environment and contribute to the performance. That's the first. The second one is we can use a platform to information collection, so make sure everyone is contributing. One of our values is open communication and diversity. And we can use plenty of information from our diverse team to create collective intelligence and making better strategies. Using that valuable information, we can create a first business continuity plan, second emergency communication procedures, and the third one is effective remote work policies. So we can have a collective quick solution for remote work, maintain engagement level, and additional support for them who had to work at home. After the procedures and policies is created, then we as a board need to conduct a routine town hall to show the employee that we are care for them. Pak Abi is also can copy the same approach for our agent and suppliers, for sure with a different approach. But I can give a support to you, Pak.
So, Pak Dito, I'm worried about the employee performance when they are working at home.
This one is delicate since some of them need to juggling to take care of their children at home. The key is we need to put humanity back to our employee, to human resource, and instead of having matrix organization that rigid, we need to push a self-management approach and flexible hours that hopefully can bring the productivity and higher engagement level to the employee. This is what we call respect and result, but we also need a set of control to establish the explicit rules and standard for remote working at home and combining the performance management system across the level. In the return, we should maintain the engagement level by giving them a reward and recognition program.
Okay, that makes sense. How about them for who need to work in the offline, in the factory?
Correct. The key is we need to make sure that employees are safe in terms of health, stress, fitness, and workload balance. We will hand in hand with the safety team and ensure the workplace follow the health protocols by having a good roster, a better facility hygiene, making sure the floor team is fit, and foremost, we need to make sure that they are always happy and engaged.
How about our plan to set a business in the Philippines, Nigeria, and Malaysia? I mean the specific strategy that we want to take, specific action that we want to take.
Yeah, this is a good problem actually. So the organization growth both vertical and horizontal across the geographic product portfolio, volume and size. We need to maintain a mechanic and functional organization that resilience, durable but adaptive, that can accommodate the business strategy need and the industry trend as a whole. Regionally and globally, we can create a matrix structures that can create economic of scale and leverage our home-based competency to several supporting functional activities to support multiple BUs and different business requirements.
Okay, thank you for the strategy that you just talked and highly appreciate it. But I still have the utmost concern of the COVID-19 pandemic for its overwhelming cost of human life, right? And nonetheless, I believe that God has a plan behind this hardship. I saw that in this difficult time, people are becoming more united, are becoming more caring to help those in need, and are becoming more observant of the government's guidelines. We don't know when we will overcome this pandemic, but we know that in times like these, there are those who will need our help. We are committed to continue helping and to continue working with the government to lift some of burdens shouldered by those affected by COVID-19 pandemic. So I have a plan to pledge around 15 billion rupiah to help curb of the COVID-19 pandemics, and the funds will be distributed as Sidomuncul's products, maybe cash, staple food products, and personal protective equipment. And do you agree with that?
Are you sure about that, Bu Hana? It is exceeded our last year CSR spending actually. In total, we will spend about 1% of annual revenue into the CSR.
I understand, Chief Cesar, but like I just said earlier, that we don't know when we will overcome this pandemic. This is the perfect time that we can show our contribution to the society, to our country. I think that this will be the intangible benefits for us in the future.
I think I can agree with you for the CSR funding.
So I think the last important thing is we know that the good corporate governance, GCG system in our companies, and implementation of the traditional values that have been built and inherited from generation to generation, right? And Sidomuncul values must be a guide in every business process and the basis of evaluation for the company's achievements. So don't forget about the uphold integrity, diversity, and outperforming and place focus on stakeholders as a top priority. So thanks for your attention. Thanks for your time. Don't give up. I'm really sure that we can do this.
Since early 2020, the world has been facing the COVID-19 pandemic, which has a tremendous impact on all aspects of life. Nobody knows when this pandemic will end. However, as a company engaged in the herbal and pharmaceutical industry, Sidomuncul, with its products which are dominated by standard and modern herbal products, is at the forefront of contributing to help nourish and boost people's immune system in Indonesia. Sidomuncul's herbal products have become the people's choice to continue their activities in the new normal era. Sidomuncul continue to work hard to increase its production in order to meet consumer needs and to maintain sufficient stock availability. Sales made through modern trade segment and digital platforms show a significant increase in this time of the pandemic.
The best strategy, along with the excellent execution and supported by the strong culture, makes Sidomuncul becoming the winning company during pandemic. It is reflected in the company financial report. In the Q2 of 2021, the sales increased 13% comparing the previous year. The net profit increased significantly by 22%. Even during COVID-19 situation, Sidomuncul consistently top-line growth and increasing the efficiency. The company maintaining zero debt and having strong cash position to allowing dividend payout for the shareholders.
Sidomuncul has a strong presence. With more than 70 years of heritage, the products fit with Indonesian customers across all demographics. The company has 122 distribution points throughout Indonesia and more than 4,000 employees. Sidomuncul also has numerous of achievements. Based on Forbes, the company becoming top 50 best of the best company on 2020. Tola Angin also getting Best Brand Award as Indonesia #1 herbal product. Sidomuncul also becoming top performing listed company on 2020. Besides, Sidomuncul also got various other Indonesian most valuable brand recognition in environment, social, and corporate governance.
We are able to maintain our company value by always optimistic, capturing all difficulties and challenges and turning it into business opportunity that has brought us many awards and recognition. We, all employees and management of Sidomuncul, has proven to take this company towards a better direction by implementing many strategic action to strive and survive in this very challenging situation. Today, we are better than before, stronger to face the better future.
For us, there is always hope and optimism that the dark clouds of the pandemic will soon pass and life will be brighter.
Di pandangan ke depan aja, Bu, biar continuenya ada. And udah.
Ketawa anjir lihat dia.
Pandang-pandangan. Yuk, mulai yuk.
Mata bicara.
And
to solve this kind of problem,
kecepatan, Bu.
Packaging supplies for sustainable production and Orang pintar minum tolak angin.